everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday. You made it to Friday. Let me see if we can get a... see if I'm pretty sharp? Yeah, there we go. Hello. Let me fire up WoW. Let me get my headphones in here. I set up a fish cam. There she is. I can show you on the full screen. Just for a second. This one's not going to have me in it. Oh, wait. Where'd she go? She's around. It doesn't have the whole tank. There she is. Because I'm excited and I wanted to show you. I just fed her breakfast. And now she's swimming around looking for more. Okay, let's get some sound. Let's get some game. Today, I would love to do delves. I want to finish using my keys. Oh, hang on. There's no point in doing that. There's no game yet. I gotta load it. I want to finish using my keys and my priest. I'm gonna do 11s because I did an 11 and it really didn't feel any slower than the 8s. And I may as well get some, I don't know what, more undercoins? Mythcrest for sure, but I was gonna get those anyway. So pretty. Isn't she cute? I also, eventually, if Moose does come in here to snooze, I could try to reconfigure the webcam to focus on him. Although I have a feeling that if I did so, he's gonna leave. I think he's a little camera shy. I love her or him. She's a she. Her name is Lettuce. She kind of looks like, I think I still have the fish emote from like way back when I had Betta Fish last time. There it is. She doesn't really, she's pinker than that, but is good. Most pet Betta Fish are male, but this one's a lady. We're gonna turn on some sound. I'm gonna make sure you guys can't see my game. Why not? You can hear my game. World of Warcraft. Well, that's weird. I wonder which thing I should turn off and back on again. Might need to mess with this for a second. Here, I'll leave it on the screen so you guys can see her while I figure out what's going on. It's the right application. Here, let me reload WoW. It is running. I don't know what the trouble is. This is all my days. This has never happened to me before. Finally got hit with the malware after decades. Oh, you did. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello from my phone. Currently reformatting my PC. Oh, love your fishies. Is that the fish that fight if they're together? Mm-hmm. They can be quite territorial. So it's just her in that tank. She's not lonely. She's successfully defended her territory by nature of me not putting anyone else in her tank. There is a snail in there. There's one Narite snail in there somewhere. Alright, let's reload the game and see if that helps. Sat down with lunch after hitting the gym, doing laundry. Nice. Many delves to run in my druid. Have to take my dog to therapy. Keep you up working towards Twitch drop. I'll be back. Did you watch any Race to World First Mythic March? Nope, not a bit. Although my friends were watching it while we were raiding. There was one poll that we were doing because it was happening during our raid night where someone was like, oh yeah, I think this is a kill poll, and then they were like, yep, they killed it. So I think they must have, I think that was when they killed Bellerin. I think we were raiding. Since y'all took the Dragon's Den and Void Spire, did the tanks have them facing the same direction or opposite? I think it was opposite. I think that both dragons were vaguely facing inwards to maybe a little bit towards the back of the platform. Because then the raid was stacked in the center, and then we would run kind of behind the dragon a little bit whenever it void breathed. But not so far to be caught by the tail kind of thing. Okay, it looks like restarting it did the trick. That's the ticket, so there we go. I can't decide if I want to have this up or not. I guess I can. It's kind of big. She's just a little lady. You can't see her very well. I don't know. I'll leave it up for now. Let's log in. How'd raid go? It was pretty good. We killed the paladins, basically. I can never remember what the actual name of that fight is called, despite the fact that I made a thumbnail and posted a video and everything. Yeah, we killed paladins. It wasn't too bad. So now we're progressing. We spent most of the night progressing on heroic Illyria. And that is bad. Or it's not bad, but like it's hard for us right now. We managed to get into phase 2, and that was about it. That's pretty much right where we're at. 3 paladins in the trench coat is, I think, the formal name. Dragging my feet and running delves this week. It's not normally I would have washed out of them by now, but I got 3 keys left. I want to see if any of them are. Also, I'm going to check the Endeavor vendor just before I forget. I have lots of community coupons, and I know we only have another couple days of this Endeavor. 3 days remaining on this one. Yeah, normally I've washed out of delves by now, but I really, really want to finish my delve journey. How far? This goes up to 10. I want to finish the delve journey. I want to fully level Illyria. And I want to finish Gloria the Midnight Delver. And then I think at that point I can probably transition to just doing the delves that I need to do for like gear and stuff. So I have one of these. That's fine. I've got one of these. That's fine. I might get another one of those just in case I want to stack them too high. Might be kind of nice. I have definitely at least one of these. I know I have 2 of those. Let's get a 3rd one. You want to? Come say hi. Okay. Can't wait to do Heroic Illyria. It becomes very important that the ranged are baiting. There's a sentence. Baiting the puddle drops out of the way, on the edges, kind of out, not where people are trying to stand, because there's a lot of them. They grow very big. And if you're not already standing where you should be, you can very easily drop a huge pile of goop right in the middle of where everybody's going. And that's basically, it's not game over, but it's game nobody's going to like you very much. I don't need one of those. I have 5 of these already. I think we're all set. And then I have 4 of those, and I have 1 of those. I don't think I need too many more treasure chests. Felt very good about clearing Lura and Normie last night, but that means tonight's raid is just Heroic Prague, and I don't know if I have the fortitude. Oh, we didn't try Heroic, we didn't step foot in Heroic March this week. I'm a little afraid. Hey Hazel, hey chat, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Alright, this one here. Oh, baby girl. And there's a portal to Silvermoon, very good. I want to look at the map, look at which delves are bountiful, what stories they have, and see if there's any overlap between delve stories that I need and bountiful delves today. I also have not yet started delves or prey on my hunter, so that'll also continue to need gear. Alright, so I'm looking at my map. I got 3 keys. These are our 4 bountiful delves. I don't need stories for this one. I do need stories for this one, but I don't need that particular story. Same deal. Darn it. It's always though, it happens like that sometimes. If I really want to like focus Gloria the Midnight Delver, which I kind of do, it's going to come down to me doing non-bountiful delves. I also need to at some point go into Parhelion Plaza and just grab the treasures for that achievement. But in the meantime, Collegiate Calamity, always fun. Let's do it. Anyone else notice Valir is a beast as a DPS, doing tier 11s as a healer now and letting her solo the whole thing? Nice. Oh, speaking of doing tier 11s as a healer, I was going to play Shadow Priest. This kitty's being real sweet. She's been getting twice a day antibiotics this week, just to clear up a little like sneezy, drippy situation she had going on. And I thought she was going to really hate me giving her a pill twice a day because it's a bit, I don't know. I have to kind of like put it in her mouth and tilt her head back to get her to swallow it. But I always give her like a treat after and like a nice chunk of like really tasty food to make sure that she eats something so she's got something in her tummy. And I think she's decided that the cost of doing business is worth it. So now whenever I'm like giving her the pill, she's like, fine, just give it to me. Where's my stuff? You owe me half a licky treat. I haven't tried any delves as a healer this expansion anyways. And I don't know why I don't want to. Maybe it's just because Shadow's working for me. I just have this feeling that it would be slower, but I guess I could try it just for science sometime. Did I zone in? I meant to. Have a flat-faced Persian. Her whole life is a sneezy, drippy situation. Post patches are any indication there comes a time when one hops into each delve in tier 11 to grab chests and clear stories. Oh, tier 1, yeah. Yeah, I think that's true. She is a tabby. She's a brown mackerel tabby, I think is the official name. Also known as a regular cat. Standard issue, as it were. And we have Valeera. She is healing. I still have my buffs from raids, so I'm just going to carry forward with those. Healer with Valeera's DPS is way faster. She's very strong. Okay. Here, let me set a timer. I'll do this one as Shadow, and I'll do the next one as healing, and I will... It won't be a perfect experiment, because I'm not going to do the same delve, but let's have a look. I bet you're right, but I wanna science it. Okay. Wow, science! I'll get rid of these weeds. This is the one I'm pretty sure I did yesterday. Well, now I have an incentive. Now I want to go quickly. Sometimes that's what you need to make delves more fun, is just to like time yourself. Not that you need to do it in a timer, but just that it's kind of fun to add an extra component to your own performance. I find that whenever there's something that's not hard but just long, that's like the formula for the most boring content possible. So doing something that makes it like a little harder and a little less long can be the perfect antidote. Oh, you want down? I got you. I swear sometimes her meow sounds like a no. This morning, partner let out Moose, and he was outside for a while, as is tradition. And it was raining, so when he came back inside, he toweled him off. And Moose kind of likes to play with the towel when you're done drying him off, so usually he'll just kind of like throw it for him so that he can savage it for a minute, because it's just a dog towel. And he gets a kick out of it. And I guess he threw the towel like over top of Moose, because Moose was like, you know, partying, and then left to go check on like breakfast, and also me, who was dragging her feet getting out of bed. And a few minutes go by, and then I hear like, wait, you have to see the dog. And I come into the living room, and Moose still has the towel draped like over his back and over his head. Not like completely covering his face, but, you know, he's got like a cape on. And he's just standing perfectly still looking like, guys! Like he's been there for 5 minutes waiting for someone to take this towel off of him. That we assumed that he was just going to shake off, because normally he would, and I don't know why he decided that that wasn't a good idea. It was so funny though. He looked like the hexed eagle mount that's got the little coat on it. I need an adult. I took it off of him and he was like, oh my god, Mom! It was terrible. It wasn't even covering his face, is the funny thing. Maybe he would have taken it off if it was covering his face. Can't wait to have a dog someday. Pets are the one thing in my life that I've ever been like insanely excited about that has 1000% lived up to every expectation. Sometimes I get so excited about things that I kind of like talk myself up that they're going to be better than they actually are. And that's true for everything except for pets. Yeah, well, they really live up to expectations. All right, so I need, if I'm going to do well here, I need to start pulling more. I need to make my way, actually, to a Luma bulb so I can destroy it. Fresh 90 hunters getting cut up trying to do Nightmare Prey, but thanks to level 51 Valeera can survive tier 11 delves. As a FOMO casual, what am I gonna do? Go low? What part of Nightmare Prey is hurting? Is it the dot? Is it just like the ambushes and the melees? Pets are always the best part of every house party. 51 Valeera, right? That's crazy. In a good way. Non-derogatory. Head downstairs. How long does it take to get to 90 from 80? A while. How long did it take me? 8 hours? 9? Depending on, like, if you're good at it, you can do it in less. 10, 12? I did it across like 3, 4, maybe even 5 play sessions. in the first week for my first character. It'll go a little faster for subsequent characters because you'll be unlocking the Warband mentoring buff. Look at this one. Pull that out. Hello, hey, hi. Hi, Kinley, how you doing? How was work yesterday? Got my progress reset several times. Got mega tilted my feral druid. The interrupt charges me to the affix mob. Oh. Oh, right, yeah. I was thinking the interrupt. Oh, yeah, feral druid interrupt. It does charge you. And does that, I'm assuming that makes you take the damage from it. Man. Well, DK has been pretty good for Nightmare Prey. I haven't had any issues on Shadow Priest or BM Hunter, but those are the only two specs that I've tried. Yeah, holding the Delve quest is super good. That's strong regardless of whether or not you want to do time walking, and I'm sure time walking is strong right now. I haven't tried it yet. Where did you come from? Where did you go? I was a sad druid, but they're easy. My warrior, I have 2 stuns plus an interrupt. Yeah, I wonder what you would do in a druid. Just root them? Typhoon? You can always kite. It would be kind of annoying though. I like being able to just kick it and then move on with my life. Kite mostly, yeah. Typhoon just pushes them. Yeah, I guess that is true, isn't it? Doesn't interrupt their cast? I guess not. I wish. That would be too easy. In-cap roar helps? That works? Yeah. That's like when I Psychic Scream them, though. It totally works, but you're living a little bit on the edge because it is kind of like a short-range thing. Alright, okay. No! I was about to use a health potion. I demand a refund. Well, I don't remember where I was, so I'm just gonna go this way. Lyra, can I blame you? Saw this aquarium management indie game on TikTok, and it's like Stardew but for fish. It's called Lured In. Don't think it's out yet. They need to send that to Miss Nutty. It sounds cute. I have a very, very high threshold for trying out new games, though. I basically need them to be already successful. I don't have it in me to learn a game that's gonna die and go away in the first year, and almost all of them do. I'm never gonna be in the first wave of things because I don't have enough faith. Window open. I guess if I don't want to die, I shouldn't get up from my desk now. Don't feel so bad about dying in this one last night. Yeah, I think it was a Nemesis pack that got me. They hurt. Crazy that surgery has me second guessing my career. Never would have thought that. Second guessing it in like a, ooh, this is really cool. I could totally go into this branch. I'm guessing because that wasn't where you were originally planning, and not second guessing in like the, oh my god, I must leave medicine. That wouldn't be you. The Nemesis packs with 3 beast truck. Here's my little one. Nemesis? Nemesis, yeah. Did I say medicine? Not Nemesis. I don't have the cooldowns up for this pack, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is the pack that sucks. Love it when the one has the Void Invasion with the crystals. Prime leveling for me. Over level Valeer, my ults go choo choo. Oh, got to do a gender affirming surgery. Oh, that's awesome. Interview later today. Still would be cool. Nice. When's your trip? They're taking you out to Oregon, right? Alright. Let's do just these 2 for now. I had no attention span for progression. I'm so like, I'm sure I did fine. I didn't look at meters. I'm so fidgety for progression rating. Pulling the same fight over and over again, knowing that you're gonna wipe, is just so much. I've been doing it for years, but it's still, I still get like exasperated. I can't do this with one hand. I need 2 hands. I forgot these are the scary guys. I really loved my time in the OR as an X-ray student. So fascinating. And a good team. Meshes, maybe. Different job scheduled for May. Trying to get all my trips lined up. Couple in Seattle to do, couple in Oregon. Let's head up this way. We've been in here for 10 minutes. Not nothing, not too bad. How are we doing on Nemesis packs? There's 3 Nemesis packs left. Do you guys try to finish the Nemesis packs as a rule, or is it do you not worry about it too much if you like let them slide? Last expansion, I was doing them. These days, I'm kind of trying to remember what's in the Nemesis box, being like, do I need this? I don't know. Not worth it this season. They're really beefy packs. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Nah, yeah, I think I might. As soon as they give me the end to this, I might just finish it. I do them, but I have mild OCD. Fair. Valid. It is satisfying to like check the thing and be like, yeah, I'm done. I also know there's going to be like a banner in this instance somewhere, and I never did find it. I don't remember clicking on the banner. Kind of like trying to look for it. They don't put them on your map, do they? No. What's the reward for doing the Nemesis packs? Something I can never remember. They give you a little box of stuff. I'm sure it's like currencies. They got introduced in the War Within when I was in a break. Never really got what they were doing in my delves to begin with. Banner could be anywhere, you have to look for it. I also don't remember what I get for the banner. I like it when I trip on them. And they're pretty bright, so if you do like see it, you will notice. It's not up there. Just currency. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's mean. I just don't remember what's in the cache. Almost always there in this one. Okay. You got a grand one? Those give more stuff at the cost of spawning a beastie. I didn't know that. Alright. Sometimes I can't tell if all this stuff has like a ton of health or if my single target damage just blows. Or you know, maybe both. We'll column A, we'll column B. Got a 263 cloak drop, I don't have to craft it. Nice. You waited it out. 263, yeah. That'll do. This season, single target damage sucks for most people. Yeah. I don't think it was a good decision, but I did. Blinked off the side there, my mage got stuck in a crash restart loop for a while. Oh, that's annoying. In this delve, yeah. There's 2 more Nemesis packs upstairs. I can see where they are. Oh, I can see the, you know, it's just now occurred to me that I'm in, like, air quotes, Silvermoon City. Because my city guide has... On the map, my city guide has the location of, like, the catalyst and stuff. It's like, oh, hey, the catalyst is over this ledge. Like, excuse me? I'm gonna tell. Ma'am? This is a Wendy's? Which one of them? I guess this one probably has this health. I asked Priest to use Val as tank, yeah. I don't usually have too much trouble doing Shadow and having her heal. It's been working for me. I really meant to focus one of them down, but it seems like I'm cleaving them down very gently and very evenly. We can die together Romeo and Juliet style. Personal trainer plays WoW casually. We spent the first 15 minutes of our session asking questions about what's going on at midnight. It's always fascinating to me when I run into somebody, or when I have in the past run into people that like play WoW like super casually and like maybe come in like once an expansion if the marketing got to them. Because, you know, like I play WoW all year round and I have for like a million years. And all the people I know are also like that. Or like maybe they'll play seasonally, but they'll come in like every patch, not like once next pack. My tattoo artist used to be like that. He played WoW, but not like all the time. He played more Final Fantasy than he played WoW. What do you think is better, Stream Elements or Streamlabs? I'm not gonna lie to you. I vaguely feel like I use both and I don't really know what either one does. I'm a terrible streamer and I'm really not that good at the nuts and bolts of like having everything set up. I feel like I googled how to set it up 10 years ago and I'm just hoping nothing breaks. I have a Streamlabs dashboard on my bar, so I'm guessing I'm using that. But if you told me I had Stream Elements, I would believe you. If I play a class capable of healing or tanking, run Valyr's DPS. 45, she has 120k single target that she can carry me. Yeah. I'm gonna try healing her as a... I guess I don't know healing her as a what. Healing her as a something. For my next delve, and I'll see what my timer turns out to be on it. I did some, but not all of my Nemesis packs here. Hey, Hazel and Chatters, hello! Don't know which to go for, use both, can't recall. I think it's all free, so you just start with one, and if it feels like it's not meeting your needs, then you can mess with another one. Which Midnight Delve has been your favorite? Grudge Pit. This one's good too. This one often has like fun stories that let you use like super powerful like extra action buttons, which is nice. I like it when they give me an extra action button that actually trucks. I hate it when they give me one that's just like extraneous. But Grudge Pit never lets me down. You know what it is? I can't get lost in Grudge Pit. It is impossible for me to get lost in Grudge Pit. And I think that saves me a lot of time. Alright, 17 minutes to do that tier 11 delve. Not too bad, personally. I'm gonna try healing the next one. I'll see what... I'll crowdsource how to spec Valeria, because I have no idea. Thoughts on Holy Paladin for Mythic Plus? Never played one. Couldn't tell you. I'm sure they can do it. I have a very narrow worldview. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I play a Holy Priest. I have fun with that. It's one room. I'm glad you don't get lost, right? Oh, I didn't even check what was in all of the other things. Valeria got a bunch of XP. We got a lot of undercoins too. I know I want those, which is another reason why I'm not opposed to kind of doing lots of delves and like slightly harder delves. Okay, let's leave this one. Thoughts on your thoughts of Holy Paladin Mythic Plus content. I mean, here, let's look up a healer Mythic Plus tier list. Mythic Plus healer rankings. Let's see what it has to say. Da, 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 da. Good. Very good. What the heck? I am not B tier. I am amazing. These are lies. Yeah, apparently they're great. Go nuts. That's funny. Excuse you? I am fabulous? Let me take that back. We're gonna disenchant. Oh no, I can't disenchant that. I guess I can just delete it then. Didn't even notice the lettuce cam. Hey girl! Hey Miss Salad Component! Here, I have a big screen. Oh no, she's on the right, so you can see. If I come over here, she might. What? Hi, baby girl. Hi. Come over. The focus sucks, but it's a webcam. What are you gonna do? She's so cute. I fed her this morning and she was like, more. And then I fed her a little bit more and then she was like, more. And then I was like, okay, we gotta. There's a certain point at which we're causing more problems than we're fixing. She's really cute. She's so active. She's so feisty. I'm obsessed. I'm in love. I am going to check my mail. And I'm going to pick out which delve I'm doing next. I have this mount, but I always end up checking my mail on other people's mounts. I got a new fishy, and she's in my office, and I've named her Lettuce. She is a female betta fish. And then I moved my shrimp to a shrimp tank, and I also have a 20-gallon in my other room. I'm in aquarium heaven right now. I'm posting this one. See if we can sell it. Alright. What delve do I want to do next? I'm going to heal. Shadowguard Point. I like Shadowguard Point. I have a chance of not getting super lost in that one. Let's do it. I'm going to heal Valeera. Should I have Valeera spec as tank or as DPS? I want opinions from people that have healed Valeera in delves. Personally. Favorite delve story? I like the Grudge Fit one where I get to be the heal of the fight night. That one's funny. Need to relearn how to Resto Druid and raids now. Gears decent throughput discipline. DPS, not tank. Okay, I'll have her DPS. We got 3 votes. Mandate of Sacred Death. I'm probably gonna do this in my dungeon healing spec. Don't see why not. Also, where's Shadowguard Point? My map is covered in garbage. Here? Yeah. When she tanks these ads, kill her. Tank Valeera is basically worse at everything. Okay. My dungeon spec should have some Holy Fire DPS talents. You don't do a ton of damage with it, though. It's okay. I love this entrance. We've got food. Oh, I need a Phoenix Well. I mean, I guess it sounds like it's gonna be more of the Valeera show than about me. Now we're gonna do an 11. I'm gonna spec her before I start my stopwatch here. There's a banner in here. Re-up my food buff. Gotta keep her alive. We're just healing 2 people. Favorite is the one in Silverman, Collegiate Calamity with the bomb. Bomb's so OP. Talents, let's do Archon Dungeon. And let's... Alright, Valeera? Nope, that's not you. Those are my post-raid repair bills. Nope, that's not right either. This one. Please. Valeera, you're gonna DPS. You're gonna use Mandate of Sacred Death. And Silver Tip, Porcelain Blade Tip. That's what people want. That's the consensus. It's a class cannon. I appreciate my healers. Offhand transmog keeps reverting to the original model. That's annoying. Alrighty. Yeah. Oh no, I've got 9 minutes left in this one. Okay. Alright. I'm assuming that I have to pull stuff for her. Guess I don't know. It's gonna be weird. I haven't done this before. Oh, I know this one. Let's start over here. I could ping to like get her to do stuff, but guess I could just... She does truck, doesn't she? I could just run around and do the objectives, and I could let Valeera kill things. I want a bigger pole. My Valeera is level 40 something, I believe. Let's get the Ultradon too. And let's actually PI her. One thing I don't have up is DPS meters. That's fine. I don't know what a good number is anyway. We'll just see how fast we can finish the actual delve. This might be a good way to do it without having to actually, like, think about it at all. Here, Valeera, you do it. I don't want to. Telling me I need to start delving in the DPS resto build, right? If it works, it works. I gotta keep an eye out for the banner. I guess that's kind of a fun minigame. Find the thing. I want an aquarium of my own. Feels like a childish, unattainable dream. Tips for getting started. It's not unattainable at all. Take your time with your research phase. Take your time with your research phase. There is a really good write-up online about the nitrogen cycle and how to do a fishless cycle. Picking beginner fish can be really helpful too. Yo, what's up, Hazel? I'm not like an expert or anything. I'm learning just like anybody else. I definitely do not know everything, and I probably think I know some things that I don't know as well as I think I do, so. Been a while since I stopped in. Hello. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Monkiller with her at 50, just a blast. Alright, Blair, you can do that. It's true that I don't seem to need to do any healing. Or like very little healing. I'm not saying I'm bored, but I'm largely just running around doing like the little bits and pieces here. I'll see if I can do a bigger pull for her. I don't know if she's gonna keep aggro very well. I guess I always have Fade. I was talking to my folks about it. They were like, dear God, don't do it. I think if you want to do it, I think it's worth doing. Do you live with them? Because that's the thing. Aquariums are a mild liability from a property standpoint because they can leak. Especially if improperly like supported or something. So people, if someone else owns the place where you live, there is an understandable concern for property damage. Every landlord I've ever had has had rules about how big your aquariums can be, and that's really limited what I've been able to do up until now. On my own, they just used to have when I was seeking advice. Oh, I'm sorry they discouraged you like that. Depending on what kind of fish you want to keep, I would aim to start with either a 10-gallon tank or a 20-gallon long if you can swing it. I love 20 longs. I think they're such a great size. You can do like a little community of a couple different kinds of fish. It's enough water to kind of dilute stuff. You can just run it with like a hang on back filter. It's still small enough that you can do your water changes with buckets if you want. You don't need like a bunch of fancy tech. And they're gorgeous. Plus 20 long is lots of like swimming space side to side because it's not a deep tank, so it's not too hard to get into it to clean, but it's got lots of lateral space for your fish to swim. Yeah, no dog over 50 pounds, no fish over 2 grams. Aquarium Co-op is a fish store in Seattle. that makes a lot of online content and has an online store, and I've found their information to be very reliable. Corey knows his stuff. He's put out a lot of great like YouTube videos, articles. Aquarium Co-op is a good source to get started with, and they've got beginner guides. That's where I would start. That's where I learned a lot of information when I was first getting started. Got a great spot for it under my TV. Thanks for the suggestion. Come back with updates. I love aquariums. I always want to hear how people are doing. It's such like an evolving thing. It's always a journey. Like the first thing that you start with is never going to be where you end up. There's always like a thing that happens and then you try something different. These fish die and then you try these ones. This fish lives forever and you get more of them. Love fish, dude. You get Corydoras and you realize they're really cute and then you vow to have them and have them forever. I decided not to put Corydoras in my 20 long, even though I kind of wanted them, just because I want to leave some stocking space for other fish. Fish, plants, decor. Aquascaping in planted tanks is its own whole ecosystem that is really... I really like the direction that Fish Hobby has gone in terms of emphasis on like natural aquascapes and wood and stone and plants. They're so beautiful, and the fish always seem really happy and comfy and look really natural in them. We've come a long way from the SpongeBob pineapple and the rainbow gravel. My tank is kind of ugly. My 10 gallon is where I was more excited about just like here lies fish and here are some plants, and I have done zero effort in like making it cute. But as things grow in, I think it'll start to look nicer. She has some wood. She's got some plants. She likes to like burrow under the catappa leaf on the bottom, which is kind of cute, and the other one's floating. I'm just trying to grow a bunch of stuff to see what, right now I'm just trying to grow a bunch of stuff in there to see what sticks, really, like see what grows well in my tank with my lighting schedule, etc., etc. Yeah, you just started. It's a journey. You can adjust things over time. I don't think I'm pulling this very fast, but that's fine. We're getting along. I keep hearing you say Toreador. It is conjuring very funny images of a fish waving a red cape and dodging a shark. Oh, that's cute. Corydora, Corydora. They're like a type of small catfish. You get them in little groups, and they have these little like whiskers on the fronts of their faces, and they just snuffle along through your sand. And they're like little puppies. They're so cute. They're really sweet. They're very friendly community fish. They don't really like bully anyone or hurt anyone. They're just kind of like snuffling along, living their little catfish life. I had panda Corydoras in my tank as a younger adult. Tank looks great, I think. Aw, you're sweet. He had the biggest algae eater known to man. Large tank with catfish. Is so fascinated by it. I've always kind of wanted a bristlenose pleco, and I've never had the right tank for one. I could put one in my big tank. I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't think so, though. What's going to happen is I'm going to get a bristlenose pleco, and I'm never going to see it. They like to hide. Like to have live plants growing through my SpongeBob pineapple and pirate ship for contrast. Fun to have a live plant aquarium that's so easy to root cuttings. I used to think that live plants were super, super hard because the first couple times I tried to plant them, they just melted into goop. And at the time, I didn't know much about the nitrogen cycle, and I was really worried about anything contaminating the water. So the idea of like a live plant melting away was like really scary to me. And it doesn't frighten me quite so much now. I'm a little less of a germaphobe when it comes to my aquariums. I've kind of come to understand that sometimes life is just good. And it's not about having it sterile, it's about having it balanced. Goop? Yeah, they'll when they're rotting, they'll just kind of melt into the water, and they can raise the ammonia levels. But in a tank of sufficient size that is cycled, and also, you know, you like clean it and stuff, you can always take out the melting leaves. It just turns back into fertilizer. Or if you have detritivores in your tank, they will eat that foliage as it breaks down. Shrimp and snails love a rotting leaf. I will tell you right now, I am not compatible with puzzles. I appreciate the offer. I wish you the best of luck with your endeavor. I am not your girl, though. I don't really do house tours at this time. Had a ton of algae eating shrimp. They were the best. 100% translucent. Oh, cool. I was really impressed by the amount of absolute devastation that, like, a couple of cherry shrimp could do to a tank full of algae and biofilm. They're tiny, and so I figured that it would take them a while to, like, make a noticeable difference. And they just decimated. They just launched through the entire 10-gallon tanks worth of, like, everything. I just start feeding them. The tank's been going for years. I only have one cherry shrimp right now because the fish I had them with that I thought was going to get along with them just discovered that they were tasty. But I managed to rescue the last one and set it up its own tank. So I currently have a 5-gallon tank with a single cherry shrimp in it and nothing else except for plants. And she's doing fine in there. I will get her more shrimp for that tank, but I'm going to give it a little while to grow in and kind of get settled and seasoned and stuff. Every morning I check on her like, Shrimpo, are you good? Yeah. Discussion in water and life cycles makes me nostalgic for working in the environmental sciences. Nature's so cool. It's really fascinating to me how nature can find balance with itself over time. Like, whenever you set up a new ecosystem, it'll go through various phases where, like, one life form will dominate to the point of unbalancing it, but the conditions that that domination creates will be favorable for something else to then ascend. It's all very cool. It's all very circle of life. Am I in a key? What's going on? Why is there a void emissary in my delve? Voidstorm has the research console. Zolamon's got the blessing console. I don't think there's a research table for the other two zones. I don't think so. So that was 13 minutes, and I didn't even do a good job. So it does appear that the science supports the reports. Healing a DPS Valeera seems much faster than trying to do the damage yourself. If you have a healing spec available. That was kind of crazy. That was an 11 too. Got 5 of those. All this extra champion loot I'm just going to disenchant. The Warbound stuff we can hang on to. Well, I know what I'm trying on my next run. They must have buffed her, because her DPS Valeera, either that or maybe she gets better as you level her up. I remember briefly trying DPS Illyria when, yeah. I remember briefly trying it when the game first came out, and she sucked. She was not doing so good. I think I have one more key I can do on my priest. I do. I got one more key. Do whichever one. Gulf of Memory, Twilight Crypts. I'm gonna do Twilight Crypts, even though I hate it there, because I hate it there, so that maybe I can learn my way around. I need practice. I need Twilight Crypts practice. Unfortunate how NA and EU are completely split. If I have 2 level 30-something Valeeras instead of 1, that would be much higher. Oh, you're playing on both sides? I applaud your dedication. I made an EU account once, and I logged onto it and I was like, what do you mean starting over? Like, I knew that was how it worked, that you wouldn't have like your collections and everything, but I hadn't really like gotten to the bottom of what that meant. And I played it for a little bit and decided that that was not the dream for me. Alright, I have finery funds to spend. I'll get one of these. This is nice. Let's get this. Druid is to play with my EU friends? Gotcha. Much more pragmatic about it. Put a couple things in the bank and then we'll head to Twilight Crypts to do our third delve. I also want to pop by, after we're done here, I want to pop by the Delvers headquarters and see if I can buy anything cool with my Endercoins yet. I feel like I maybe unlocked them out, but I'm not 100% sure. Is this the auction house? Darn it! The bank is this one! How is my favorite tall gnome doing? Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing? People generally like delves? Return to WoW and the War Within, don't enjoy them at all. So many different things in the game systems to keep track of. Find myself overwhelmed closing the game. You're not alone to feel like that. I think some people do like delves to a greater or lesser extent. You're gonna find a bigger affinity for delves in people that weren't naturally doing a ton of Mythic Plus or raid content. It's like a really good end game progression activity if you like to play solo. Some people that do lots of keys and raids also really like delves, but it's been a really big deal for people that wanted to kind of engage in some harder content without having to group with other people. It's set up in a way that if you are doing like dungeons, like keys, you play Mythic Plus or you raid, you don't necessarily need to do delves. It can be helpful to get you some extra gear early season, but you can sit them out. You don't have to do everything. There's just different options of things you can do. That sounds, 1,000 gold sounds pretty good. I might go do that. Well, no, I'm already in my healing spec. We'll do the delve. Much less anxiety. Hated delves first as well, then Hazel changed my mindset around them in the last season of The War Within. Can AFK play without anyone getting mad? Not locked to the computer from 20 to 25 minutes to 3 hours at a time. Get gear easily outside of a guild raid night. Yeah. I also think they're fantastic for playing alts that you maybe aren't quite ready to unleash into the public ecosystem yet. You want time to practice learning how to play a new alt. You want to get a little bit of gear in that alt. Also Prey, but Delves and Prey give you kind of like a nice place to practice it, work on it, get a little bit of gear on your own before you take them into keys or whatever, if you want. Nice place to start gearing alts. Oh, there's one up there too. Oh, there's one up there. There's 3 gold world quests out here. Yo, just repairs from raid night were expensive last night. Oh, hey, rare. Don't mind if I do. Suppose I can't have Valyria kill the rare for me. I might need to be Shadow. Basically my favorite thing around 20 week, 8 on main, 8 on main alt, 4 and a gearing up alt. Wow. How was the time? How was the time? How was the time? On that last delve. Oh, it was faster. It was 13 minutes. Down from 17. About 4 minutes. 4 minutes faster. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? Beat the raid normal last night. Nice. You get any loot? We killed a new boss. I'm excited to have 3 vault slots for hero raid this week. I'm hoping I get one of my really good trinkets. Now that I have 4-piece tier, I would love to get some of the best trinkets from the raid out of the vault, so that because I'm never gonna win a roll. It's not gonna happen. And I would like to have them sooner rather than later so that I can actually use them during progression when I need them. Alright, so we're going to do this at an 11. This is my last delve on my priest for the week. I'm going to have Valeera heal. I'm not even going to flask. Honestly, I don't think I need to. I have a food buff. That's good enough. The banner in here somewhere. My kingdom for a gaze. I have a gaze, which I was excited about. It's LFR, but still. It looks like my top trinkets now, what I really need is a Locust Walker's ribbon and a Litany of Light Blind Wrath. A close second would be a Light of the Cosmic Crescendo. Also, Crucible of Erotic Energies, for some reason, absolutely slaps, and I don't trust it, so I don't want to wear it. I'm not doing it. Can't make me. Well, aren't you special? Uh-huh. And then I don't know what Shadow wants to do. If I can do my delves as Holia, maybe I don't need to play that much Shadow anymore. You can get raid weapons in the Great Vaults. I don't want them, though. I crafted a weapon, and I have an embellish crafted into my weapon. So I'm going to wear this weapon for basically the rest of the expansion. I'm going to recraft it every season. Ow. I'm going to recraft it every season. I don't want any weapons. Hope you're having a nice day. What kind of fish do you have in that tank? I have a betta fish. And there is one Nerite snail in there somewhere. The betta fish, there she is. She's in the back. I brought her home a couple days ago. I'm very excited. She's very cute. Her name is Lettuce. I have other aquariums with other fish in them, but the betta tank is the one in my office. Where do you look up your best trinkets? For healing, I look them up on questionablyepic.com. For a DPS spec, I would just check the Wowhead guide. That's what Flabby says he does, is just check your Wowhead class guides trinket tier list. There's one in every spec guide. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I'm Shadow. That's what's wrong. I forgot to change my spec. Hold on. Hold on. What are their names? The other fish? The fish in that tank, her name is Lettuce. Like the salad green. My other fish don't have names right now. Well, actually, one of them does. I've got a fish named Barbara. She's getting along with her new friends, which is very cute. I did kill Neleus. I one-shot it, actually, on both difficulties, which was weird. I'm not that good. I was playing Shadow as well. I heard Holy is quite good for it, too. Yeah. Blood Mallet can be good. Yeah, that's another good one. For sure. Alright, the trick with this delve is just to remember to watch where the little dirt trail goes after you hit a lever, and then you can know what door you just opened. Elias is a healer. Free Myth Crest, so easy. What a nothing burger of a delve nemesis boss. I'm kind of disappointed. I'll get over it, but I betcha they make the next one a bit trickier, because that was... If they don't, then we'll know it's like an actual new philosophy and not just a one-off. What item level? I was about 255 at the time, playing Shadow. With Valeera healing me. Need a Wrath? This is my tank. For betta? Or for Wrath? Fish ponds. You know what I've never kept is loaches. I've never kept... People really love coolie loaches. They're these little orange and black striped kind of noodle-shaped fish. And people seem to really get a kick out of them. And I've never done the loach thing. In bigger tanks, they'll do clown loaches, which are... Well, like that, but bigger. I was always afraid that like a noodle-shaped fish was just going to give me worm vibes or eel vibes, but I do think they're kind of cute. Did I go this way? Can I go this way? Nope. Okay. I need to remember to check if you can see the spears, you can't go that way. I'm terrible at this. This has been levered already. This lever has been leaved. This door is not open. This door is not open. This door is open. Okay. Curly Leeches are fun. Swim up and down the tank at nighttime. Right now, I am stocking a 20-gallon long. I have some Rasbora hets in there. I've got some Harlequin Rasbora. I want to get an Epistogramma, like a dwarf cockatoo cichlid. Ideally, like a Cockatoides, I think would work well in my tank. And then it's hard for me not to just want to keep fish that I've kept before, because I know that I like them. It's also just really fun to say Cockatoides. It's just a silly word. This way. Can I go this way? I can't. Wow. Alright, so you can't see the spears anymore, so I'm allowed to pass. I've been here though. Where did you come from? You weren't here last time. Can't go that way. At least we found the banner. I don't know. Valeera, I power infused her, and I swear, and I was smiting this thing, and I think she was just stealth. I think she was just stealth hiding behind me like, are you sure we should fight that? Do you want to? Meanwhile, PI just ticking away. Ma'am. Stop playing WoW because it got boring? Has it gotten better? Stopped when we were waiting for an expansion? Well, an expansion has certainly come out. You may find it less boring now. It's hard to say if it's better for you or not because it's a personal experience. Do you like those freaky celestial eye goldfish with the huge bulb eyes? No, I think they're a crime against humanity. They were not like that in nature. We bred them to be like that, and it seems like a horrible way to live. I think the fanciest goldfish I would ever want to keep would be just like a regular fantail, and even then the short bodies are tough on them. Is it true that if you place a target marker on something, she moves to it? I've heard that you can ping things to direct her. Saw it on TikTok, haven't tested it. I haven't tried it with raid markers. So I can't go that way. Looks like I can go this way, though. 2 embellishes, crafted a 3rd embellish, not realizing it was embellished. Oh, no. Here. Go. Go get him. Number pad 8. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to figure out what I want here. Alright, fine. Number pad 8 it is. Target marker didn't seem to do much. Let me try marking a different one. No. Pings, yes. Yeah, not marked as ping. Did that with a plate belt yesterday. Oh no. Yeah, no, I use G for a, well, normally I use G for an actual keybind. As you can see, the button is currently empty, because Holy Priest ain't got so many buttons anymore. I suppose I could make it ping again. Normally I keep that for that bar. You can bind stuff to whatever you want, though. I was just looking at my bind settings. I didn't time this one, and perhaps it's a good thing. I don't. It's been a while. Been in here for a hot minute. No. There we go. Fleer it. Go get him. Does she not like the doorway? Oh, okay. My bad. That one's on me. Why won't she go? What do you mean I'm in combat? Boo. Hazel in these doors. I swear one day I will get used to them. There we go. I mean, maybe I will. What's the worst that's gonna happen if I don't? I'm just gonna look silly for a couple extra months. It's fine. It's not like we've ever looked especially serious. Nope, still in combat. So I can do the last boss. I'm still down a Nemesis pack. I did find the banner, which is nice. I don't want to do... I don't need to do the Abandoned Sentinel at this point. There's no sense in getting the buff just for the last boss. I would like to get the Nemesis pack, though, if it's right here. Never caught you live before. Hello! How you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you had a good week. Pack must be in the next room. You need to keep on the attack ping specifically. Yeah, she doesn't seem to care about the location placement ones. The general ping will be an attack ping if you ping it on an enemy. So what I've started doing, because I have mouse over, is I've started like mousing over, and also my ping keybind is a button that I'll hit with the same hand as my mouse. So I've been mousing over the frame and then picking up my hand to hit my number pad 8 because my keybinds are not well thought out. Been good. Hope yours has been too. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good week. I haven't been super focused, but I've just been kind of getting a bunch of other stuff done. I've been going with the flow. Face pull, let her pick up the packs. Yeah. Not a bad strat. Sometimes you just want her to go. Focus is fish. Yeah, we're letting the fish fever wash through us. I have one more big project, which is I have an extra aquarium stand I need to build. It's been sitting in pieces on my dining table for the last week. I need to build that, and then shuffle some things around in my office, because I want to have, ultimately, my shrimp tank also in my office, but on my side of the desk, so I can see it. Hopefully that doesn't distract me too much while I'm streaming, but like I want to have it so I can see it while I'm working at my desk. I would also love for it to be able to get a little bit of natural light from the window to see if I can balance that for plants and not algae. That might be a fun project. I also need to make sure I don't put it in a position where if it does leak, it leaks into my computer. Maybe don't have the PC right underneath the aquarium. Although where's the fun in that? I think the prices of RAM do not allow me to live dangerously. I'm gonna have to be boring. Put the fish in the PC. Liquid cooling to a new level. How do you feel about... I mean, it would be kind of cool if you could rig up. And I'm not an engineer, so I have zero chance. But tropical aquariums need heating. PCs need cooling. You see where I'm going? I don't think you would have the tank in the PC, but there's probably a world in which you run a cooling loop. Although I don't think that it would actually cool very effectively. Somebody out there that's smarter than me can do that. That'd be fun. I'll let you try. Report back. Uh-huh. I am not as handy as I wish I was. Alright, let's... We're done with Delves and my priest. I was pretty happy with healing them. Is Run Clutch for real? Did you like that? How do you feel about the Delve Companion visual customization? Would you care enough to see it be a thing, give them different outfits? I mean, it'd be kind of fun. I would more so, if that was the case, like to basically personalize and create your own Delve Companion from scratch as opposed to dressing up an existing character. But honestly, I don't think I care enough that I would necessarily engage with it. I would probably look at it once and then never go back. This might be kind of useful for my alts, now that we've got this unlocked to the point that I can, I mean, they're expensive. I'm still saving up my undercoins for... I'm saving up my undercoins for goodies. Let me dress Bran up like Valeera. Bran needs some red leather thigh highs for sure. See if I can afford anything. I think it's 10,000. I have 10,000 undercoins. And I think that's how many you need for a mount, but I'm not sure if I've unlocked the mount on the vendor. I have! No, I've unlocked all kinds of stuff. Alright, well, one mount for me. Get that out of the way. Elven Arcane Guardian. Let's go. It's funny, I got the Neleus mount first, so this one feels kind of dinky now. It's like the Neleus mount, but like less prestigious. It's fine. If I was gonna ride a mount like this, I would for sure ride the Neleus mount instead, though. Yeah, alright. Short of engaging in my toxic desire to do all the gold quests on my main just for 3k gold, I think my next best bet here, and we've used our keys successfully for the week. I want to go check on my Valeera level, actually. Wait, I want to check on my Valeera level, and then I want to do something else, too. I know that I asked her who she is, but the way she phrases this is so funny. Who are you? I am Valeera Sanguinar, a blood elf who walks her own path. Ma'am, I'm speaking to you in the first person. I am Hazel. From the deep forests of Hazel Nutty Games. A streamer who gets lost in her own thoughts. I was checking Valeera's level is what I was doing. There's a book over here that lets you do that, right? Yeah. So she's 45. I think that's pretty good. That's fish. I am level 5. Level 6 is when I'm able to purchase restored keys, which I feel like I don't want to do. Level 7 gives you a gun, allowing you to summon a coffer key vendor within Delves. What's the point of that? Do they let you spend your coffer keys to buy stuff instead of using them on Bountiful Delves? That would be interesting. Also mildly invested in the fish. Let's have a look at Ficus this week. We haven't Ficused this week at all. Crinkle is getting her her rested experience. Fear not. Also, it is about halfway through the stream. I should take a quick break. BRB. Okay, I am back. And can someone tell my Christmas or Thanksgiving cactus? I forget which one. Babe, it's Easter. It is neither Christmas nor Thanksgiving. Look, it's flowering again. She's also a little thirsty. Also, she's got 3 pots. This is the only one that matters. Does this happen to you? I've never had one flower twice in a year before. Anyway, I'm gonna put it back 1 sec. It's either a great thing, like, holy smokes, I'm the plant wizard, or it's a bad thing, like, holy smokes, this plant thinks it's about to die and must spread its genetic material before it's too late. One or the other. Ugh. Yeah, she wears layers too. Alrighty. Hunter. I was briefly spec'd as marksmanship. I didn't like it. I'm going back. I had a half a thought about trying to do keys as marks, and then I decided I didn't want to. Must like his new home. It's just a little one that I got from the grocery store. I couldn't resist. Alright, so now that I'm BM again, give me my pets. Toe Jam! There we go. And I need my keys. I haven't done anything yet, so I don't have my keys for the week yet. So we can do weeklies, we can do Prey. I think Nightmare Prey is a great place to start. We have 2 of them. They flower. They both flower twice a year. Oh, neat! I've only ever... Some of mine flower around Christmas. Some of them flower around Thanksgiving. I've never had one try it again at Easter. Must be working. I don't want to do time walking. It's a good idea, but I don't want to do it. I am going to do delves, so that's a good thing to... That will work, because we're going to do that. I haven't crafted anything, my hunter. I don't know if I'm going to use your sparks or not. She's 254. Her item level is coming along. She's got 4 set now, which is kind of crazy. We're going to start with Nightmare Prey. We just want to fill up her vault with the open world slot. I don't need to worry about the other 2 tracks. Now, give me my Nightmare Weekly. And we'll take a look at this. There are capybara pets. You can tame them. I got this one, I'm pretty sure, in Zillimon. Gear that I still need. I have Adventure Shoulders. Probably use better trinkets. And I have Veteran... Well, they're tier, though. Veteran tier gloves. Man, her gear's pretty good. What if she's done now? Maybe I don't need to do delves in this character anymore. Maybe she's retired after 1 whole week. Yeah, let's head this way. Funnest class and spec for you in Midnight? I've been loving Holy Priest. That is my main. I've been enjoying it very much. It's been very fun in raid and in keys. And also apparently delves. I just tried healing a delve for the first time today. My initial take was that they pruned the spec too hard and that too many of my heals were smart heals, but I've definitely gotten used to it. It's very proc based now, which can be kind of exciting. It feels really good when you're getting a lot of procs. And it feels kind of awful if you can't. If you're fishing for procs and they're just not procking. Right, I am doing a Nightmare Prey and I am on my alt, so I should be at least a little bit cautious. Not overpull, not get too distracted. Because I could die and I don't want to have to start again. You stun me, I stun you! The only thing I still need for my Prey meta, praying for midnight, is I don't think I saw it. Just doing all of the different individual prey, which I feel like is just going to be easier if I wait until the end of the journey. You're able to target them specifically at a certain point. This is my first time playing my hunter since she got her 4 set. She's had good vaults. And I also randomly got a Warbound male tier token on my priest during raid. I don't even know from what. That was how I got her first piece of gear. A lot of these. Nice. if they're going to start spawning more of these Coalesced Anguish bulbs just to kind of take a little tiny bit of the emphasis off of trap farming. Kind of vary the activities that you're doing a little bit, or if it's just a coincidence and I'm running into them. Okay, this looks like it might hurt. Hunters have Nightmare Prey so easy. Need to fix prey. Farming traps is not what was advertised. That might be a hot take. I think if they nerf trap farming, a lot of people would be pretty upset just because it's nice and fast. I think that any attempts to make it more varied would have to be undertaken with great caution, because anything that slows down your average prey completion time is not going to be looked on favorably. Even if it makes it more interesting, people are just going to see that they made it slower. It's going to turn into Blizzard hates fun all over again. On lower difficulties of Prey, I'm happy to just kind of do world quests and rares. But on Nightmare, I want to get in and get it done and get out. People need to stop playing games for efficiency and instead for fun. Maybe that's just another one of my hot takes. There's like different styles of gamer, and for a lot of people, efficiency is fun. And the fun of gaming is trying to figure out how efficient you can be. It's a pretty classic and traditional style of playing games. But it does get you into trouble with systems like that. And changes like that. The amount of times I've had someone steal the trap that I wanted to grab while I was fighting the mob next to it makes me so mad. Even higher tier doesn't have a trap mechanic. Probably just make traps scarcer. What I would like is for them to not nerf traps, but buff other sources of hunt progress or make them more available. Like if they wanted to add a ton of these orbs, these coalescing anguishes, and have them be fairly effective progress-wise, then that's great. That's even a nice way to vary the sort of methods you can use to work on prey without nerfing traps. Like if somebody wants to still do traps, they can. But there's buffing other sources of prey progress to be equally valid, I think would be the best thing to do. Because I think the pace of prey is good right now. I would be less interested if they made it more of a slog. Anecdotally, I am finding tons of these coalesced anguishes, and it has been good. Maybe it's true. Maybe we manifested it. Give them some of the benefit of the doubt, but they don't know that they disappear for others, but man, I get salty. Sometimes I will be waiting for someone who is fighting mobs near a trap to get it. I'll just keep an eye on them, and then they finish fighting their mobs, and then they like fly away, and I'll realize they were just questing or something in that area, or they were not. They had no intentions of picking up the trap. I will usually give people the benefit of the doubt, though. I'm not gonna say I never stole one, but we try not to. Yeah, I do agree being able to do the final part of the hunt with other people in Nightmare Mode is against what was advertised. They did advertise that as just you alone. Maybe what they mean is that other people passing by won't be able to engage, but you can definitely still do it in a group. I don't know why I'll get off my mount to interrupt the echo predation. You could just fly away and that works too. I don't have my waypoint UI turned on. I have an ugly waypoint. Also thought Prey was solo at first. The marketing indicated that it would be solo for Nightmare. That's my recollection. I want higher tiers of Prey with harder and harder fights, like Prey Plus. Prey levels. Nightmare Prey 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think it might be kind of fun. It runs the risk, though, especially with a brand new system, of seeming overly complicated. It's like another thing for a brand new player to figure out what's going on with, and do I need to do this, and how does it work? It's more levels of game when we're already kind of dealing with like a lot of them. I would be game, though. I think it would be fun to push Prey levels. These ones seem a little smidge easy. But maybe it's just the classes I'm playing. Oh, I don't have a... I don't have a ferocity pet out. Normally I can lust here, and I forgot to switch my pet. I'll lust the next one. Fine, we have to do a few of these anyway. She sure gets a lot of champion longbows. Definitely harder in some classes. Rhett walks through it like a joke and my boomkin cries and dies. Echoes of Floodgate. There's a ferocity pet. Don't mind free loot, but champion loot's so easy that even pugging normal raids feels kind of pointless. Yeah, champion loot feels pretty free this patch. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. There's 2 higher tiers of loot to pursue. The urge to do Gold World quests. I mean, I guess I could just do them. I can never decide whether or not I need to or not. I pray that you get the upgrades you want next. Could use shoulders. I've got adventure shoulders still. Found a use for some Lemix salts. They just live on Kazalgar to do the pet world quests. Nice. Is there a pet that you're specifically saving up pet charms to purchase? Are you trying to get the rainbow worm or something? There's a rare over there, but I don't think it's worth my life to try and do it. During Nightmare Prey, anyway. Myth track gear requires content don't really want to do. Heroic tier gear, seemingly right for my level, comes from a narrow range of sources. Yeah, it's kind of time gated. Like for me, you can get 2 pieces of hero track gear from Delves per week. You get one from the map, you can get one from Vault. So it's not that it's just like if it wasn't time gated like that, it would effectively become free just like the champion gear is, because you can farm tons of it from everything else. But yeah, I get what you're saying. And Cruster Cap too. I feel like I've gotten geared this season faster than I have any season like ever before, especially on my main. The only thing that's really holding me back at this point is just the pace of getting myth track gear, which I'm getting 1 piece a week from Vault because I don't do the mythic raids. But I can do 10 keys no problem, so I'm going to get 1 piece weekly from Vault, assuming that it procs in a slot that I can use. And aside from that, it's just waiting on crests. Geared really fast? No, I'm already on alts? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So easy, been able to play my ult a lot more than I thought. I was never a fan of Delves, but I love the new Prey system. I think Prey's more fun than Delves on alts. Hello, hello. Hi, Zephyrox. How you doing? Hi. Hi, Kelly. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good week. I don't know if I have it in me to play, like, to keep adding new alts to the weekly rotation of, like, I'm gonna do my events plus delves, like, prey plus delves. So I think at a certain point when I want to start playing my next one, I'm probably gonna retire one of them. Whether I stop doing delves and prey in my main, or, like, I stop doing it on my hunter or something. I think 2 characters a week is kind of my limit. Otherwise, I'm gonna big burn out. Plus, I feel like I'm doing lots of delves anyway. I think that 12 delves a week is tons. My Valir is getting nicely leveled. My delve journey's chugging along. I think I'm in good shape. I don't think I need to try and push anymore. Yeah, 12 a week is a lot. That's right. Thank you. True. Let's finish this one first. And I'm always keeping an eye out for, like, if it's been a while since he asked me to kill something. If he does, I don't see any critters, but there's a couple of, like, little minor mobs that we could do. And he's falling back to that way. One nice thing about doing praise, actually, I guess, on a bunch of characters is just farming extra Remnants of Anguish. We'll get more of them deeper into the prey journey, though. I don't know if I need to grind it. I just want to be able to buy all this stuff off the vendor. That's 9 more than I want to do. Would like to do Pug Heroics, but they're still stressful. Yeah. Red Paladin, Shadow Priest Hariner, and my Mistweaver. Not sure I'll add more. Mainly go for Delve, Prey Track, and Alts, Dungeon, Delve Track on main. That sounds like a good rotation. Oh, this is a mistake, but I want to do the rare. I'm gonna do it. If I get ambushed, then I get ambushed. I need all of the trophies. I haven't been buying them. I feel like I get one for free every now and then. I want all the stuff from the other vendor that has, like, the mounts and toys and stuff. Yeah, you get one for a first kill. That makes sense. Maybe this weekend I'll take a day and I'll just do a decorating stream. I need to actually work on my house. If I never sit down and make time for it, it's never gonna happen. Keep forgetting where the Moth Tamer is. I have to look up the coordinates of the Moth Tamer every single time I need to visit her. I'm glad that I've got everything now, so I don't need to go back. Because I had to pull a map pin every time. I was never gonna remember which hut she lived in. It's just not a place you go that often. Ow! I stepped on it. Oopsies. If you know where the renowned vendor is, it's right by it. That's a big if. I should know where the renowned vendor is, especially because they mark it on your map. I don't know. I don't think I remember that though. I think we've played so many WoW expansions now that my brain refuses to hold on to location information. It's like you're only going to be here for a little while and then it's going to be another brand new zone. So I'm not, like, learning my way around this place. I refuse. It's just not sticking in the old noodle. There is a map marker for the renowned vendor, for sure. Do WoW expansions feel formulaic, and do you like that about them? Yeah. They for sure are formulaic. It would be weird if they weren't, with how many of them we've had. And I like knowing what to expect, and then having, like, a little grab bag of a couple new things they try. Where it gets concerning is when the new things that they try. I appreciate that they're not afraid to add in an evergreen feature that they plan on continuing forever, something like delves or like housing. But it does mean you've got another layer of complication that is now permanently part of the game, and anything new that you try on top of that is going to be yet another thing. Let's use Lust, huh? Recently learned at 37, was diagnosed with autism, and apparently WoW is my hyperfixation. Sure explains why I seemingly can't forget anything about this darn game, even if I try to. Congratulations on getting an official diagnosis. It's awesome. More information to work with. Not nearly as impressed with the overall design for the Midnight Zones compared to the War Within. Really? I feel just about exactly the opposite. Oh, my pet died. Where'd my pet go? Mythic Plus was not intended to be evergreen, originally planned to just be for Legion. Legion added a couple things. Legion brought Mythic Plus, but also World Quests. And we haven't gotten rid of either of them. Nor would I want to. I like World Quests. I would be very sad if we got rid of them. What did Warlords add that we kept? Nothing? Garrisons. Yeah, World Quest over dailies for sure. Daily quest culture sucked. I'm much happier with World Quests. Hate teleport to zones. It's fine for patch zones, but it does bother me with a release. Yeah, I know it's weird for us to like keep finding islands in the sea or whatever, but I do like an expansion where you can fly laterally between zones, and it does feel like it's been a while since we've been able to do that. Like in the War Within, we were flying down. Shadowlands, we were just teleporting everywhere, or like flight pathing everywhere. You couldn't fly yourself there. It's nice that you can fly to Zul'Aman and Eversong, but then yeah, you have to take portals for the other two. I do miss that. Even BFA, you had to port to get to and from Kul Tiras and Zandalar. That's true, WoD did have mission boards, and we did have those for a few expansions, but I think they have been correctly laid to rest. I don't get the next mount for a while, right? Yeah. 2550 for the Prey Seeker's Wrath. Prey Journey 10. Prey Journey 9 has the pet. Do you feel bad for new players having to grasp the teleport maze? Supposedly there's like AI-powered add-ons that will try to tell you the best route to get from point A to point B now. But no, I'd rather just get lost with my own portal jockey. And if you have a new 80 visiting all the renowned vendors, you get free resonance crystals. That's nice. That does make sense. I gotta spend more time in Voidstorm. I want rare mounts from out here, but I'm unwilling to farm them, so I'm really in a pickle there. Is it warm enough to take this off now? Not really. Need blanket. Yeah, you must be right. Oh, I got ambushed. What? Huh? I'm still on my butterfly. No, Dorda, I'm sure you're right. How's Mythic Plus going? It's pretty good. I am like 2600 or so on my priest. I've been healing keys as Holy Priest. We've been 2-chesting 10s. I think we 2-chested a 12. Lately we've just been slamming like a lot of them to make sure that most of our players in our group have 3 vault slots per week, so it's more a question of doing lots of 10s than like trying to push them much higher than that. It's been fun though. Definitely different than it has been before. I don't think it's going to be terribly difficult for us to push to 3K. Uh-oh. We might have to turn the shield thing on again. See if it's more than just this one. How are keys going for you guys? Am I wrong with thinking this campaign is horrible, making me hate getting into the X-Pack? Like leveling? The leveling campaign? I wasn't really reading it, but I do agree that it was slow. Leveling is pretty slow. Especially leveling your first character was like a big project. When early access first launched and I was leveling for the first time, I felt like it took me 4 days to have my first 90. I'm at 84 right now. It sucks. Yeah, oh, that's normal. I would say it's valid to give up, but I do really like playing the expansion at level 90. I would try to stick it out. Maybe break it down into smaller goals. Pretty lazy in keys. Made it about 1700. Appreciate the squish so far. Keys, doing my usual thing of wishing I had people to do keys with. Now I have people, but everyone's too busy to synchronize. Haven't even done a 0 yet. Burnus, your chats are fairly suspicious. If you can answer a math question for me, if you can give me, let's say 3 times 9, I will not ban you. I have a pretty strong feeling that you are not a standard issue chatter, though. Time walking is back. You can level out super fast. Last time I felt I had a firm grasp of the story was, no, here we go. We're just gonna do this early. It's alright, we've got a mode for this. Using math to out a bot just feels ironic, right? So it's not that the bot can't do that, it's just not what it was specifically designed to do. Have I followed long enough? Hopefully. It's 1 month. 1 month followers. Normally, I don't like to keep it on. We've just been having some issues with bot waves. It's so goated. I mean, I am pretty goated. There have been a lot of bots. We had this thing yesterday. There's just a little waves of bots that come in and spam chat. And it's weird because they're not spamming, like, negative messages, but they're very clearly fake messages, which is not what you want. It's very disruptive. I like goats, but what does goated mean? I think in this context, we're playing fast and loose with language. GOAT would mean is an acronym for greatest of all time. In sports circles, somebody might say blank player is the GOAT. They are the greatest of all time. And then over time, language evolves to GOAT just being a superlative, and saying something is goated no longer works as an acronym, but it's just saying that this is good. It's very good. It's a nice thing. Yeah, it's become verbed. We've verbed our acronym. Maybe the bots just want you to enter your goat phase. Suspicious of phrase. It's just a pretty clear spam format, that's all. I also, while people are very lovely to me, we don't get a lot of people that speak like that. Our general internet lingo over here is usually not quite so trendy. Hello, fellow kids. Let's use the words that we use all the time, right? I'll just go talk. Yeah, usually if you guys and I are talking about goats, we normally mean like, ah. We normally mean like thunk. Something something goat 6-7. It's like I have to have everything explained usually. No. I think you're perfect. I relate a lot to you. You take things literally the same way that I tend to take things literally, and I appreciate it because it makes me feel like I'm not the only one. Wanting a little bit of clarity. Yeah, goat yoga kind of goated. I had a phase of watching puppy yoga videos, and honestly, I don't regret it. They were cute. Unleash the puppies. Have them chew up the yoga mats. Why not? Am I ready to fight this guy? I suppose I am, aren't I? Yep, over here. Stream very elite notage. Surgeon I work with says you're Gucci main dog, and I love her so much. I don't know where to jump back into for keys. For the past years, I've just geared through delves. It's mainly, I mean, you could start listing your own key, and you would do it too, and then you just see how high it pushes. Poggers. Poggers, my doggers. I always have to be a bit cautious when I'm adopting internet lingo to have a quick look at which branch of the internet it came from, because I don't want to start using words that I don't know what they mean if they mean something with undertones that I'm not prepared to say. Not safe anymore to just start repeating things you hear. If they want to nerf traps, they should make the system more interesting. Imagine pulling up with your aura farming besties and the brain rot is instantly out of pocket and your flop arrow white maxing hashtag coding. You know what's funny, Dixon, is you specifically are my portal to the hip speech of the youth. I don't know your age, but I'm assuming that you are trendier than me. So therefore, you are who I'm going to go to fact check any goated white maxing flops. That's what I'm saying. 30 minutes back on stream. I have a 30-second. I can probably adjust my shield mode as a 30-second slow mode. 25, very gay, very online. Valid. I hope that this doesn't this doesn't get taken the wrong way. I sometimes will try to guess just based on vibes, general demographics of people, and just kind of assume, because I always like to try to use people's correct pronouns whenever I know them, but I don't always know them. And I completely mispegged you for about 3 weeks. I thought you were for sure like 22 and female, and I'm sorry. I had some she/her pronouns going on for you, for real. Happens a lot. Yeah, not a bad thing. Zephyrox 32, he him. Hazel 33, she/her. What is your impression of me? This is a dangerous game. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You give young mom energy to me. You give 35 mom. I have to ask now. Oh no. Oh no, this is not gonna go in a good direction. I'm gonna get in big trouble. I don't think we're capable of hurting people's feelings. Sounds interesting. Questioning you know too much about me. You don't have to worry about me knowing it. I would be maybe a little worried about other entities harvesting it out of chat, though. Hazel, I need to know what you think about Moose. Moose is aura farming for real. Just say young and gay and I'll take it. Alright. You got it. How are those fish doing? Pandora's box creaking open, abort topic. Did I do my 3 delves? Or 3 praise? I think so. 25, definitely the mom friend, no kids, for children. I think it's mature energy, but like in a nice level, stable way. Fun point redeem. Hazel determines your identity. Guesses your demographic. Can't find me. I've asked my program to not put my face online with my name. Yeah, that's the smart. Okay, so I did do 3 Nightmare Prays. I have some keys, I'm sure. Oh, I have key shards. I'm like, where are my keys? I have key shards. I could do another pray. What am I gonna get if I do more of them? Baby Journey crests, which she can honestly use. And then shards. Yeah, I'll do one more. Go to a Nightmare Pray in Herondor. They're not hard. How many prays have you done so far? I think this is gonna be 7. I'm definitely over my 4 weekly for Journey cap. Still honored that you see canning jars. Think of me. Watching you for ages, still entertaining, knowledgeable, and fun. Well, thank you, Catherine. Oh, also, I'm gonna adjust my shield mode settings. Open. We don't need slow mode. We don't need a chat delay either. I think. Let's do a week. We'll try that. I'm also gonna try turning it off for now. We can always turn it back on if it if they come back. Also, I've clipped through something, haven't I? On Nightmare. Yeah, 7. 7 for the week so far. I'm gonna do another one. I've broken something, haven't I? This doesn't seem normal. What's going on with your screen? I think I've clipped my flying mount or my character through a roof or something. I meant to be going to Herondor. Can speak again. Yeah, sorry about that. See if we can leave it off. Now you're the bot. Do math! 3 times 9. I think it's 27. I was you know what's embarrassing is when I was trying to come up with the math question, I was like, okay, you have to ask something that most people would know, but also you have to know it. Your girl hasn't done her times tables in a couple of years. Is this a new math or old math? Jeez, that was sick. Did hold back on the whole mama. Yes, God, diva-licious diva. Couldn't read to what extent you'd be cool with it. Oh no, absolutely. No, I am 1000% in favor of you being yourself. Dennis, you're gonna have to do some math for us. Were they here before? Four times 8. Hazel makes us do a 3rd degree integration or evaluate a Taylor series to evaluate our non-botanist Simon Trumps. I'll give him 30 seconds. You can tell it's Friday. If your next message is not the answer to 4 times 8, then you're in trouble. Was in LFR today. Won some veteran 4 out of 6 boots in my monk. Nice. Rogue Whispers offer me 100k. What would you have done? What do you think I did? I think you kept the boots. I would have kept the boots too. Not because I wanted the boots more than the 100k, but because I was too nervous to, like, take the gold. Or, like, uncomfortable. It just, like, puts you in awkward situation territory if it's not something that you do very often. I don't farm gold very fast. Why are we talking math again? Oh, there was some suspicious activity in chat, so we were trying to verify the identity of various chatters. I'm not seeing my math answer, but I'm also not seeing any more spam from that person, so maybe they're done. Kept them and was annoyed that they had destroyed my joy. Aw. Me? No, you're fine. Not you. Anybody with a sub is pretty safe. Ambush. No, you're fine. You don't have to sub. You're also not chatting suspiciously. You're A-okay. Wouldn't go that far. Have my little cheer pom poms. was a WOD millionaire and I still have most of that gold. Never spent much anyway, but having boots was nice. 3k per lumber picked while leveling. Pretty good. It's about on par with what they give you for an herb, which is nice. I need to be picking up traps over here. I'm not doing this prey in a real hurry. Aw. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Gift sub for Deasil. Apparently we need like 1,600 of it to make everything at midnight. Every little bit helps. You're right, I'm gonna pick one up. Now that you mention it. I'm grabbing some. My sub time on YouTube counted for Twitch would be safe by a few years. I know, it's very, oh, I'd be still rest. Switch back and forth. Now that they officially let you multi-stream and combine chats, I had some thoughts about experimenting with streaming simultaneously to YouTube and Twitch. If I can make it a half-decent chat experience for both and I can see benefits from doing it, I would think about it. I'm sure we would reach people that we don't reach here on Twitch. But if it's just going to make things annoying, then I'd rather not. Destroy my enemies and my life is yours. I've just stolen a trap. Friend who dual streams, hard for him to keep up with. I don't think that my chat is so fast that it would be impossible for me to mainly keep up with two chats. Especially if I have a tool that combines them for me to read a combined chat. But assuming that I do not want to put combined chat on the actual screen so that people can see what I'm talking about, people may be confused as to the context of some messages if I'm reading them from a chat that you're not in. It might be worth experimenting with. But I would hate to experiment with it and have people like sub on YouTube, or like have YouTube viewers basically sub on YouTube and then find themselves bereft of a stream if I decide not to do it after all. Hard to keep up with two chats at a time. Should try it? Yeah, I might look into it. I should look into a lot of things. Unscheduled stream if you like. Yeah, I would probably need to do something off stream just to kind of get the tech working. Saint Hazel? Am I Hazel? I do read the message out loud. Sometimes I'm not sure if I read it out loud. I want to say legibly, but that's for reading something or writing something with letters. I don't always know if, like, sometimes I think I read it so quickly that you would only know what I've said if you had read it also. I don't know how well other people process audio. I suck at it. I guess I could always try to just read things more clearly before I respond to them, just to make sure people know what's going on. That might work. Coherently. Not exactly. Maybe? I think about coherent more in that the structure of words making sense. Clearly? Articulately? I don't know. Clearly might be a good enough word. By the way, how are you, Hazel? Are you good? Oh, thanks. Thanks for asking. I am good. I am good. I am kind of obsessed with my fish this week. I've got a bad case of fish brain, and I've been indulging that. I'll make a news video today to go out tomorrow, but I've otherwise been just kind of playing with my aquariums all day. On Wednesday, I streamed, and then I immediately went out to go shop for fish. And now I have a fish cam. You can see she's in the back. She's always up to something. But I bet if I went over there, she would come right up to the front glass to check me out. Also, girl, you better not jump. I have a lid on the aquarium, but there's a little gap where the filter is. You best not be planning your escape. You wouldn't like it. Leaf looks like a potato chip. Yeah, she's got a couple of catappa leaves in there. It'll sink eventually. I'm just not in a hurry to get it to sink. Can't keep up with all the promos. Keep forgetting to do the new ones, and it's piling up, and I'm like, why bother? That is like an elite rare, right? Yeah, I can't do Stumpy right now. Yeah, I never did the Pinterest ones, and I think I'm not going to. I'm letting go of my need to engage with all of those. I wonder if she thinks she's better or better like someone who bets. Probably fish don't think, though. She thinks about something. Betta fish actually have surprisingly good eyesight. Good morning. How go praise? Good morning, Dougie Fresh. Praise going good. I did some good delves, too. I found out this morning. I actually tried it, and people were telling me, and I tried it. Healing delves with Valir DPSing is faster than DPSing the delve myself with Valir healing. For me, anyway. Like, substantially faster. Valir does lots of damage now. And if I'm healing, I can just kind of, like, hang out and do whatever, and she will do the delve for me. Big news. Although it's not going to do me a lot of good on, not going to do me a lot of good on... whatchamacallit? Oh, I've finished the quest and I've forgotten where all the traps spawn. Oh, my hunter, anyway. Did get the potion bottles from the Fanta thing. They have good resizing. Dieable, very useful. Got locked out of a boss in a time-walking dungeon. Still got loot. I feel guilty. Been there. Just standing awkwardly outside the door like, okay, guys, good luck. Maybe a mechanic will target me. BK gifted you your sub. Fish can. Yeah. I did a dumb thing. I painted my nails and then immediately I like let them just barely dry and then immediately was like, you know what I should do is I should dig through my giant bin of like cameras and cables and garbage to try to find my webcam. I dug through the entire thing, ripped it all apart, found a bunch of other stuff that I'd been looking for, and then it turned out the camera I was looking for was in my desk drawer. It wasn't even in there. Anyway, found it and enough pieces of a tripod to piece it together so that I can have a lettuce cam. I was today 8 years old when I found out you can ping Valera where to go. I guess if I could just go do regular world quests. Normally I don't do that for Nightmare Prey. Normally I just do the, Oh, I'm ready for a confrontation. Oh no! How long has it been done for? Oh, neat. Oh no. Champion boots. My paladin from an 11 delve had adventure boots. For reference, level is 254 of 4 pieces of heroic tier. Wow, that's a huge upgrade. Do you like watching my machinima? There is probably a channel in our Discord that you can link it to. I'm not going to watch it on stream, though. Today's all sorts of fun for me. Right after I saw the sub-gift, a northern flicker came by our bird feeder. Oh, I love flickers. We get them here, too. They're so pretty. They look like somebody drew them in art class. Like, there's just, like, the different patterns on the different parts of them. I thought that we had, like, a bunch of hawks that lived in our neighborhood until I saw a flicker make the noise, and I'm like, oh no, you're not a hawk. You're like a little funny woodpecker-looking thing. When they knock on my wall, but yes, so pretty. Oh no, I'm tiny. I can be just like a gnome again. Bird species need nameplates for those of us who see them and think bird. Right? Sometimes I'll be out with my partner and we'll see a cool bird and he's like, oh, what kind of bird do you think that is? And I'm like, bird. Also, I pretty badly need to get my glasses prescription updated, so I'm hoping it is a bird. It could be anything. It's a vaguely bird-shaped blob at this point. We did see some swallows. We went fishing. We saw some violet green swallows, and I could tell because they got really close. Also have hawks nearby. Live near a river, but they don't come up this way usually. What kind of hawks do you usually get? We get Cooper's hawks. And those are cool to see. Got enough different birds coming by our bird feeders. We need something to indicate who was who. Red-tailed hawks? Alright, we got some bags to open. I don't think I got any gear that I could use. I'm pretty sure I got 2 champion longbows. Not to be confused with my champion longbow. I have 3 of the exact same item there. Lots of peregrine falcons here. They hunt the pigeons, which we also have a lot of. Eagle couple in the area too. I can hear a bald eagle. There's one that lives, I feel like, in a tree that's really not too far from my house, but I never see it. I can just hear it. And I guess it could be a different bird doing a bald eagle impression, but it's pretty spot on. Alright, so it's 11:14. I now have 3 keys. I guess if I wanted to, I could just do like a weekly, like an abundance or a... I don't want to do Stormarian Assault. Abundance or Legends of the Harroneer is probably... Abundance or Soltheros is probably fastest. That sounds cool. Since I moved to like a more rural area, the birds are really cool out here. You get cool birds in Victoria too, but we get a lot more like ravens. There's a family of ravens that lives super close that is always up to something. We get herons, we get vultures and eagles. Maybe it was a jabberjay. We do get Stellar's jays. We get actually bunches of them. Lucky Duck would love to see ravens. Oh, they're so cool. I used to, when I lived in the city, I was like, is that a crow or a raven? Like every time I saw a crow. And then the one day I finally saw a raven, and I'm like, oh, they're huge. If you're not sure if it's a crow or a raven, just ask yourself, is it the size of a freaking eagle? No? That's a crow. They're like massive. They're like giant spirits. Local jays love to mimic red-tailed hawks. I have a couple of chipmunks scampering around my backyard. They're so cute. Yeah, it drives me nuts when they dub over a bald eagle sound in a movie with like a hawk call, because it's like, that's not what they sound like. In Zolomon though, they actually use what sounds like real eagle sounds. It's either a real eagle sound or something that's meant to mimic it. I notice when I'm fishing in Zolomon with my sound on that there's just like spammed eagle chirps. Shall I do a delve? Let's do an 8. I don't think I want to do an 11. We'll do an 8 and we can use our beacon. Flask. Phoenix oil. Food. Don't do it. Ravens are such beautiful birds. They give dinosaur energy. Turkey vultures around here. Cool. So huge. Wingspan's enormous. Not doing 11s for the Gilded. Not on this alt. She's only 254. She doesn't need Myth Crest. She's not going to get Myth Gear. I think this is alright. I've got Valera healing. This character can't have, can't heal Valera. I don't have a healing spec. I did 11s on my priest. I did a bunch of them. Maybe only 3. Maybe there's one more that I could get, but good enough for this week. Or we sometimes play a web-based game like Wordle, but it's called Birdle, and you have to guess the bird. Obscured picture clears as you guess a recording of their song. Oh, that's cute. I ran across a website that did that kind of thing, but it was for like guess the video game. The obscured picture would be like the cover art of the video game, or you could guess it based on like various clues. And it turns out I don't know that many video games. I only know video games that I've played. I do not know much about the wider world of gaming. I'm terrible at it. I would probably have better luck with the birds. Although, it's probably the same thing. I only know about the birds that are around me or that I have experience with. Awesome. Growing up, I was kind of a know-it-all, and I think I am slowly letting go of my need to know everything. Like, knowing more things is always great. Learning's awesome, but it's okay. I don't have to be that worldly. I don't have to be that wise. I can just not know stuff, and that's fine. I know many things. Oh, wow. No, I don't. It's a big, wide world. I know a lot of things about my dog. Spend a lot of time with him. friend of mine recommended your channel to me. This is my first time joining. Shout out to your friend. Hello. I'm Hazel. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good week. I am doing Delves and Prey today. I'm starting Delves in my BM Hunter alt. And we're just hanging out and talking about birds right now, anyway. I think I've exhausted birds. The robins around here are so big, and they roam in packs. Sometimes when my dog's not in my yard, I'll look out the window and I'll see just like 8 robins that are chunky, like big, big robins, rooting through the lawn looking for wormies or something. They're cute. Holiday here, hanging out with my pets, organizing my books. Also love birds. Came at a great time. Oh, nice. Here's a question that I feel like says a lot about somebody. No wrong answers, no judgment. How do you like to organize your books at home? Are you doing it alphabetically by author? Alphabetical by title? Do you like doing them by series, by color? By genre? Do you go full Dewey Decimal System? There's a whole spectrum out there. I've only just recently started collecting actual physical books again, because I finally stopped moving. I bought this house this past year, and I've decided I'm going to die here. So I'm allowed to buy books now because I don't have to move them. They can just sit on the shelf and accumulate, and I don't know. Future archaeologists can deal with them. Used to work in publishing and as a bookseller, so I overthink it. Nice. Mostly organized by genre. Yeah, I do that too, actually. I have a big shelf, and I've got my nonfiction section, and then I've got my fantasy section, but it's pretty small still. Chaos book tossed on shelf, some upside down and backwards, 100 plus or more books. Type in size. Last time I did them randomly because of moving, did not arrange them again. Yeah. Stack them all over, just remember what is where. I cannot handle when somebody has, and my apologies if you do this, I'm not here to judge your home, but when people stack books laterally like this, as like, either just because of that's how they've done it, but like sometimes people will do it for aesthetics, drives me nuts. I feel like it's not good for the books in the bottom to have the pressure on their spines like that. And it's not like I'm some like paragon of taking good care of my books. My books end up getting, not dog-eared or anything, but like kind of ruffled because I read them in bed, and sometimes I fall asleep and they fall off my bed. But if you're gonna store it, let the poor thing stand up. Never seen anyone do that. I see it sometimes on, if I'm watching YouTube and somebody has books in their background, sometimes they'll have them stacked laterally in a shelf, and it drives me nuts. I would never say anything. They're not my books, it's not my problem, but like, couldn't be me. Chunks based on like the vibes I'm looking for. Then I keep, oh, hang on, I'm losing it. Keep series together, otherwise right now it's like where it fits. If I could, I'd alphabetize by author, yeah. ACOTAR or Fourth Wing? No. Not personally. There are some in chat though. There are definitely enjoyers in chat. I always thought they were better standing up than laying flat. Because I think laying flat in a large stack puts a lot of weight on the bottom book. It's probably fine for like the top couple. But now I'm questioning my data. Maybe this is misinformation. Also, I feel like it's harder to grab an individual book. I like fantasy and sci-fi. I like fairly classic fantasy and sci-fi. It's a hard sell for me to get into a more modern series. Yeah, I can do it, but I don't really like romantasy just for me personally. And big fan of Terry Pratchett. Big fan of Lord of the Rings, of course. Tolkien's great. Love me some George, although he's betrayed me by not writing any more books. I was a big A Song of Ice and Fire stan, but I've set my stan ship down until such a time as he either makes more books or, you know. Terry Goodkind. I just remembered who he is with that ponytail. Or was. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have a Terry Goodkind book. I picked it up out of a used bookstore on a whim. Oh my god. It was not for me. I read the whole thing. It was in the middle of a series, so maybe I'm not giving it a fair enough chance. But the vibes are rotten. I do think that Valera Sanguinar in her current outfit is very Mord Sith coded. The red leather, your pain, my pleasure thing is very Terry Goodkind. Yeah, I actually have one and I've been trying to get rid of it, but I don't want to put it in like a random book box because I don't want some local young adult or teenager to read some of this garbage. I was thinking about composting it. I was thinking about shredding it and composting it. I don't know. I don't know if that's too mean. There's like this idea that books are sacred and should never be destroyed, but also like I feel like lots of books get destroyed, we just don't look at it. And sometimes it might be just best to return it to the earth. It's like, it's not that bad. It's not like, it shouldn't be outlawed or anything. It's just, it's the kind of thing that is going to be super cool to you if you are 18 and you don't have a lot of experience in the world. It's the kind of thing that's, it gets, I don't know. It's Fine's taken a little far. 50 Shades, a lot of the, I don't have a problem with like adult or like sexually explicit content in books per se, but when it feels gratuitous and doesn't really serve any purpose in the plot or anything like that, a lot of the, it just ends up feeling kind of grimy. It's not, a lot of the good kind stuff is specifically just kind of like, okay, this is, I don't need to know this. Yeah. Things that are gratuitously cruel for the sake of being gratuitously cruel, but also still like, explicit. Just pages and pages and pages and pages of it. Worked at Borders for a long time. We had to rip covers off books, trash the book, and only send the covers back to the publisher. Giving it to the worms is a kindness. But what else do I like? I just finished reading the 6 Earthsea novels, Ursula Le Guin? Gwyn? I don't know how to pronounce her name. I am very much looking... Oh, I've died. Very much looking forward to reading the Hainish cycle when I get a chance to. I've heard she's really well respected in sci-fi, and I want to try that. Love me some Dune. Dune was great. The first 6 books anyways. The first 6 Frank Herbert authored Dune books. Phenomenal. Looking for hard copies. Loved, did I love Wheel of Time? Wheel of Time was fine. I read all of Wheel of Time. I don't think I'm gonna look for hard copies. I don't really desire to read it again. Some books only seem to fit at certain ages, like from 10 to 14. Devoured everything by Stephen King, and now, yeah. I agree with that. I also think that sometimes the books that you devoured when you were 10 to 14, it's kind of fun to reread them, even though they're no longer your speed, just because of the nostalgia of it. That's how I feel about Twilight. Twilight came out at the perfect... I was like 13, primed for it. Loved it. And I will, like, I'll reread them every now and then, not because they're literature, but just because it's nostalgic. Stuck in book 6, Wheel of Time. You ever go through a Canadian author phase? I can't say that I have. Watership Down still holds up. They're so funny to read. I go through like a classic novels phase now and then too. I had like a collection of them when I was a kid, that I got like a good deal on from the book fair or whatever. So your Mary Shelley Frankenstein, your Bram Stoker Dracula, your Jane Eyre, love Jane Eyre, read that a bunch of times. Maybe took a few too many life lessons from Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre is very independent. Jane Eyre shoulders a lot of responsibility and does not ask for help. Oh, English Patient. I love The English Patient. Is that a Canadian author? It must be. I've read The English Patient probably 5 times. Did you not like it? Bronte Parsonage is very close to the cat rescue where we adopt our cats from. Oh, that's cool. Started reading the Dune trilogy. Absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. I love the later books because they get so freaking weird. But like you're along for the ride at that point. They definitely go not off the rails, but it's cool. Book was better than the movie. Had to watch the movie in class. I've never seen the English Patient movie, and I feel like I shouldn't because I like the book so much. Whenever I like really enjoy a book, I feel like the movie's just gonna ruin things for me. Yeah, they create new rails. We're on a train to another era. Jane Eyre is actually my favorite book. I loved how she just always like stood up for herself in a way that like made sense in her time frame. I always felt like that was a character with so much integrity, but also still in like a really interesting story. Although the beginning of it is just misery. The first like third of Jane Eyre is just like, good lord. It's like watching the beginning of a K-drama where you've got like this plucky young heroine and she gets fired and then she's homeless and then someone takes her shoes and then someone takes her food and then she gets a cracker and someone spits on it. It's like, all right, I know she's gonna fall in love later, but Jesus. You know? You guys ever watch K-dramas like that? They just start out with like, just the most misery that you can possibly imagine for a human being. Sounds like Fontaine, yeah. Vaguely Les Miserables coded. I love K-dramas so much. I had a huge K-drama phase. I don't have the attention span for them anymore, although maybe I should try it again. Manuel can put me off when they hammer it too hard rather than sprinkle it throughout. Like, it's nice to watch, like, a good character persevere through hard times, but sometimes it gets a bit much. Although, I don't know how I can complain that I don't have the attention span for a K-drama when I'm watching, like, 30 episodes of Love Island. Never tried a Mexican drama or novella, no. Okay. Oh yeah, the map. Oh, the map just dropped. I forgot to do the beacon thing. I guess we can do it in the next elf. We've got time. Ooh. Cosmetic. I got this mask. The whole section of her at the orphanage made me cry like a baby. She finally makes a friend and then her friend just like dies of tuberculosis. I guess spoilers for like a 100-year-old book. Wakrapuku. I don't know which Dell trinkets are better. Couldn't tell you. I don't have any undercoins. I can't afford it. What is the last great book you read? Oh, gotta be one of the Earthsea ones. I just finished those. I love them a lot. Which one was my favorite? Maybe Tahanu. I think Tahanu was really good. It was like, what, third, fourth? Transfer from other tunes. No, I just spent it, though. I literally just transferred all my undercoins. I don't have any more. To buy the mount. I bought the Elven mount for 10k undercoins, like, today. Oh well. We'll get shoulders to drop eventually. Let's do one more delve. I will use my map, and we're definitely gonna get shoulders. It'll happen. Iron Widow book is really good. Hook Me, Drag Me Under until I finished it. Right now I'm rereading Priory of the Orange Tree. That's good. I enjoy it well enough. It's nice reading high fantasy that actually has some gay characters in it for once. Read an autobiography of a U.S. Marine during the Pacific War that blew my mind. Maybe the best book I've ever read. Trying to save Earthsea because I know I'm going to love it. Have that one. Have yet to dig into it. Yeah. I'll say the hard copy is physically difficult to read in bed just because she's a chunky book. I've been trying different ways of propping it up so I can read the bottom page while I'm laying down, and I'm struggling. I get through about 3 pages, then I'm like, well, my arms are tired. I'm going to sleep. Literally the issue I've had. Yep. Which delve do I want to do? We have Gulf of Memory, Shadowguard Point, Twilight Crypts. I feel like Shadowguard Point's pretty fast. Cozy fantasy, queer romance. I had to read the first book of Stormlight at a table instead most of the time because of that. Till I got a Kindle copy. I have a digital copy of Priory. Maybe I should have just reread that. I think I got a good deal on a hard copy or something. I forget when I bought it. I just knew I had liked it and wouldn't mind reading it again. And I figured it would make a nice looking book. Where is it? There it is. Stormlight, great. I haven't tried Stormlight. I didn't really love the other Sanderson that I read. I thought he did a great job of finishing Wheel of Time. And then I read the first Mistborn trilogy, and I just didn't really, it's just not clicking for me. And I've heard people say Stormlight is better than Mistborn, but I feel like it's going to be the same kind of vibe. How do you feel about audiobooks? Bad. I don't retain information I hear very well. I need to read it. To the point that I watch TV with subtitles. Audiobooks I feel like are just like a hard miss for me. Even a podcast, like if I have it on while I'm doing something, I will realize that I have no idea what's going on frequently. Where are you going in here? The minute you said that, I remembered it, grabbed it, looked interesting. Life happens. I haven't had a chance to read it, enjoying it so far. Yeah, it's good. It's solid. It's not gonna like rank in like my top like 5 books of all time or anything. It's not untouchable, but it's a strong novel. There's a sequel to it that I haven't read yet. I liked it better. I tried reading some other books from the same author, and I liked it better than those ones. I enjoyed Priory better than Bone Season. What am I doing? I'm getting a food buff, I think. Enjoyable. Yeah. Exactly. What's the other one? Oh, I read, gosh, some people really love this one. I read, oh, what was it called? It's a trilogy that was never finished. The guy wrote the first 2 of them and then, like, started beefing with his fans online and never wrote the 3rd one. Name of the Wind. I read Name of the Wind. I liked it, like, it was medium good. I would put Priory right up there with Name of the Wind. I don't know that I need more Name of the Wind, though. Had a little bit of Gary Sue syndrome going on. This character's so freaking cool. I don't know if you would like Stormlight more if you didn't love Mistborn. Loved Mistborn, then started Stormlight. Refused to read Name of the Wind because he's like Gurm. He seems like Gurm, but like angrier. I also think that A Song of Ice and Fire is more... I don't know. Name of the Wind was good, but there was like a little undertone of like goofiness to it. Like, I don't know. The main character just has... Kvothe is just like... He's just a bit much. It's a great test of the death of the author theory. Good friend died who wrote great stories, never published. Yeah, I don't think the author is like irredeemable or anything. I do think he's kind of lost some of his goodwill. You just want to smack him a lot of the time. So I need to make sure that when I get halfway through this delve, I remember what I'm doing, use the map, fight the guy, get the thing. Oh no, I don't even need to fight the guy. That's right. I have a map. I can just use my map, and now I don't have to think about it anymore. That's right. Forgot about that. No, I haven't really written anything since school. I had a phase where I thought I was going to try, because sometimes I think that I would enjoy it. But I didn't finish the short story that I started, and I realized it was pretty bad. And I didn't know how to rework it to make it not bad. My ideas do not match my aspirations. When I was a little kid in school, I wrote a poem that got published in a compilation book that I'm pretty sure was just like vanity publishing. But I was very excited about it when I was like 9. Reading Gardens of the Moon? Very dense. How do you like it? I've been debating trying Gardens of the Moon. I need to find like the copy of the first one in the library. I guess Gardens of the Moon is the first one, isn't it? It's Malazan. That's a Canadian author. And people, I've heard like conflicting information, and I guess I just need to try it and find out if I like it. Turn it out as pulp. Any art you get better by doing it? I suppose so. You gotta really figure out... I don't know. I feel like I would need to get clear about my motivations. Like, why would I want to write something? Do I have something to say? I don't know. If I don't have anything to say, maybe I shouldn't write anything. Pretty good after the first couple hours of build-up. I think the only thing that would qualify me to write is that I like to read. I've read a lot. That's it. Sometimes consuming something doesn't make you qualified to create it. Aunt always asks me if I ended up finishing my reading goal count that I put on Goodreads, and I'm like, no, short a few books. She's like, well, you're always reading those giant A-word books. Confessions of a WoW streamer, 15 years behind the microphone. Ah, yes. Time for me to write a biography at the big age of 33. Can confirm, love to eat baked goods, hate to bake myself. Guy who wrote Dungeon Crawler Carl doesn't seem to have much to say, but those books are doing gangbusters. I mean, some people get into writing as a career and will specifically try to target and write things that will perform well in the market. And if you don't do that, you can't really be surprised if nobody buys your book, because this book publishing and like new author success is very algorithm focused these days. It's kind of like musicians. You can write the most amazing thing in the world, but if you don't go viral, no one's going to find out about it. What have I done? Why have I done this? Why did I think this was a good idea? Oh my gosh, I made it up. Okay. Like, are you writing something because you want to say that you are an author? Are you writing something because you want people to enjoy it and compliment your writing? You want people to discuss it? You want it to get adapted so you can get some Netflix money? You just want something to do aside from play WoW on a Thursday night? My problem is that I have like a million hobbies. And I feel like easier things are always going to win out over something that takes like a lot of cognitive effort, like writing. Would write something because I had a really nice pad of paper and a cool fountain pen. I used to like writing when I was a kid in school when I had a reason to, like, here's a creative writing assignment. I was always that annoying kid that was like, is there a page limit? My book's 200 pages. Is that okay? When I was a kid, I did not take very kindly to the correct advice that sometimes longer is not always better. Took me a while to clue into saying something concisely can be more valuable than just writing a lot. I had a big phase of equating volume to quality. Hobbies drown me. Music, cars, gaming, art. I didn't even pick up the darn rifle at the beginning of this instance. I mean, I'm not an idiot, but I'm not doing great out here, am I? No! Okay, we're fine, we're fine. The mana reserves are just the thing that you do with the rifle. I wonder if it's possible to ruin a delve by not, like, starting it correctly and then killing all the mobs that you need to fill up the bar with. Take care, Hazel. Bye, Bedelia. We're on for about 15 more minutes today. Part and I ruined a delve not too long ago by not clicking things right at the beginning. Oh no, so it can happen. Oops. Oh no. I think I'm safe for this one, I'm hoping. What's your favorite part of Midnight? Ooh, maybe Nightmare Prey. Keys are fun. Raid healing's been fun. Prey's new, though. I would have said housing, but I haven't been back to decorate my house yet. Maybe I should do that tomorrow. I've almost done that so many times. I just like the feeling that I can accomplish something in such a short period of time that gives meaningful gear. And it's like a fun challenge to do it on different characters. I enjoyed starting to do it on my hunter. Doing hard praise from a rep, I find it way more relaxing. I die more in delves than I die in prey. I get myself into more trouble in these. I think it's because I know I only have to pay attention for like 8 minutes in a Nightmare Prey, tops. So it's easier for me to like dial in. I lose focus in delves. My house is level 10. Thought I felt like a bug, but nope. For a hot minute we were fighting the Great War against sugar ants. They were invading, but I think maybe we've gained the upper hand, or the weather's just turned enough that they've moved on with their lives. I had a terrible yoga session indoors where my yoga mat, I was doing like an online yoga thing, and my yoga mat was set up kind of by where the sugar ants were staging their invasion. And I kept having to like flick them off my mat, and it was gross, so I didn't like it. Not fun. Having an issue with ants too. It's just that time of year. It happens every year for me. Yeah, and you do your best to keep everything super clean, but like, after a while they just go away. Assuming that you keep things clean enough, I suppose. Double checking everything, constantly vacuuming. Yep. Never played WoW? Is it too late to give it a try? No, I don't think so. I think lots of people are getting into WoW for the first time ever this expansion. I think this is a great time to get into it. It's never too late. Gone into March in Quel'Danas. We cleared it on normal. We killed Lura too fast for me to see phase 3 though. And I haven't been back in yet. I need to have a better look at it. Started WoW mid-Dragonflight. Midnight, definitely my favorite so far. Got my wife into WoW about 4 years ago. I've been playing since vanilla. It's nice when you guys can play together. found the banner. I feel like I only find these when I trip on them. Trying to figure out why I found Midnight so incredibly fun. Hope they iterate on Prey to make a version of it evergreen. Yeah, I'm curious if they keep it around. It's a great pair for delves because you can get your delve keys out of Prey. And you can also get like your delve, like a delve beacon out of Nightmare Prey if you want to have just like the guaranteed map on your first delve of the week. How's the game solo? Looks better with people. My favorite memories of playing WoW are always going to be with other people, but the game does play very well solo. And you can always do both. You can have like a group that you play with once or twice a week. You can kind of make friends and get into a social group, but you can also play on your own. I do dungeons and raids with organized groups a couple times a week, but if I'm streaming, I'm just collecting or working on achievements or gearing up my alts. I've heard time walking is still fast to level alts. I haven't tried it firsthand, but I've heard good things. I've always been curious how people who play WoW end up in this stream specifically. Some streams new players frequently go to. Feels like an audience that's been playing a while. Yeah, I feel like I gather you guys from a variety of sources. It helps that I've been on YouTube for a long time, so a lot of people that just kind of stumble into the stream might remember having seen like a YouTube video about a raid guide or a pet battle guide or even like, you know, Falcosaur guide or something like that. Patch tips, that kind of thing. And then I feel like people, I don't know why people come, but I feel like they stay for the vibes. Did the 5 dungeon quest, 1 accidental of random, went 45 to 61. Oh, nice. Tally, another streamer rating you at the end of the stream. Yeah, they've been really nice about that. This way. All craft from 6 years ago. Pal recommended me because she said your stream was in my cozy wheelhouse. So far, A+. Do you know how I found you? I don't think I've ever told you. I don't know off the top of my head. Is it unusual? Some people... Was it for the Dragonflight support a streamer pet campaign? I know a couple people... My name was on that list that Blizzard posted back in like 4 years ago, and I think some people got here through that. Watching you for so long, I don't even remember how I got here. I was literally a child. Wanted to get a Twitch drop for the first time. Blizz had a list of participating streamers, and this stream sounded the most friendly. Oh my god, really? It's from me trying to find cooking videos when I was trying to cook as a teenager, and I found your cooking streams! That is a deep cut. That's actually hilarious. I can't imagine the algorithm being like, you want to learn how to cook? Would you like to see a video game creator attempt to make muffins? Oh my gosh. Some reach. Yeah, I was YouTube streaming for... I YouTube streamed for a few years. There's this little game I play sometimes called World of Warcraft. I don't think I've ever gotten anybody in person into WoW. I've met people that were already into WoW. I don't think I've ever successfully converted anybody who wasn't a previous WoW player. So I'm here today, many, many years later. Hazel's part of what led me to getting Huskies because I thought her Kleekai was so cute. He was a real cute boy. the last months of BFA. Only started playing WoW in February. It's been a lot of fun so far. I'm hooked. I think it's really nice that the new people can still get into the game. Must be doing something right. Clearly, I'm ready to finish this. We're gonna head up the hill. Coaxing a friend over, but it's slow because he's also gone back to college. I knew quite a few people that would take like multi-year breaks when they were in college just to make sure that they didn't neglect their studies and then came back after they had their degrees. Wasn't nearly as intimidating as I feared. Made it more approachable recently. Video game creator would be speaking my language, probably wouldn't assume I had pre-existing cooking knowledge. I feel like most of the baking streams we were just making various recipes out of the World of Warcraft cookbook or like the Hearthstone cookbook. Hang on, I've pulled this but I want a different pet. For lust. The only person I know IRL who plays WoW is my cousin's husband. Used to be a world first raider. Had to quit when they had their first kid. Yeah. I feel like that's hard to balance with like a lot of real life. YouTube video on TSM. Definitely did one of those. First one I watched was like Man and Buns. Don't quote me on that. Oh man. Those used to be so much work because I had to set up everything. Like I didn't have like cameras mounted in the kitchen or anything. So I had to like set up a computer, set up lights, set up cameras, set up microphone, camera angle check, mic check. Cause I was just running the whole thing by myself and also on screen. And also setting up all of the equipment every single week to do it all over every time. Oh man, those used to be like a whole day event. I usually spent more in ingredients than I ever made in like money from them too. It was a bit of a loss. What are we doing? I collected the Elder Moss outfit. That's neat. So this is my hero piece. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hero gloves. Ooh, I mean, I can catalyze those and then I would have hero gloves instead of veteran. I just need to get another Dawnlight Mana Flux to drop. It does feel like a long time ago. Yes! Those are the shoulders that I wanted to buy with Undercoins. I had them drop. Excellent. Midnight Epic. Can you collaborate with another streamer? I wouldn't say never, but it's unlikely. I don't travel. I'm not really getting out of my nest here. I don't do a lot of collab content these days. When you bought your new KitchenAid, what color did you choose? The old one was red. I got a new one in a pearl color. It's kind of like a white pearl finish with a glass bowl. It's beautiful, although I don't use it very often. Okay. We're gonna have Hearth home, I think. Happy I got those epic shoulders. Transferring to university from community college. Nervous about the transition. How normal is it to bring my gaming PC to college in a dorm because I want to keep playing WoW? I betcha lots of people do. KitchenAid mixer, a bit like a gym membership. At least, I mean, it doesn't have any ongoing costs. It's there for me. New home improvement projects you're doing? Not really, honestly. Right now, it's kind of a get to know how everything works and keep an eye on what's gonna break next and save up so that I can fix anything as it comes up. I'm still kind of getting to know the house and figuring out what the order of preventative maintenance is. But also, it's just kind of like intimidating to want to touch anything. I had a couple of outlets upgraded and replaced. I had some really, really worn in, kind of dangerous outlets, and I had an electrician come because I tried to do it, but then I snapped off the grounding wire and thought, I need help. Am I doing anything else? I can't disenchant this stuff. It's sad. our 3rd year in our house, and it's such a weird thing to learn about preventative maintenance. I feel like a bad grown-up sometimes. I mean, nobody teaches you this stuff. And also, even if somebody tries to teach you this stuff, every house is different. Something that one house needs might be completely different for another house with different, like, systems. I'm just trying to, like, not stress too much, save as much as I can in case of emergency, and just, like, keep an eye on things so I know what they're supposed to sound / look / smell like. So that if anything starts sounding / looking / smelling different, I can be like, huh, that's weird. Yeah, best not burn. Trying not to burn down the house when you just got it, right? The longer I own a home, the more I feel like humans aren't cut out to do this in groups of less than 5. I don't know how people own homes and also, like, have children without, like, a ton of help, because I'm booked and busy, and I don't have anyone to look after except for my pets. I do have some nice pets, though. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to these gloves. I'm going to get rid of these gloves. I guess this character's just vendoring stuff that she doesn't need. We're just about ready to wrap for today. I'm going to get rid of these bows. I'll keep the trinket because I don't know. I don't know what it's for. That is a BOE. Nah, it's 198. We don't need it. Get rid of these. That one. Hold on to... No, I don't need to hold on to champion gloves. I've got hero gloves to hold on to. That's nice. And then maybe I can sell some of the herbs and stuff that I picked up. Big kitchen wand, little countertop Hobart mixer. Major money. Oh, I don't even know what that is. One thing, the things that I want to do for my kitchen eventually, I would love to... Well, I'd love to do some cosmetic stuff. But getting the dishwasher replaced so that we have a working dishwasher would be kind of cool. We don't really need it until we have company, but if you serve food to more than 2 people, then it turns out to be like a lot of plates. And then the other thing would be maybe like a new faucet for the kitchen sink. I'd love a bigger kitchen sink, but I don't think I could fit one in that spot. It's kind of a weird spot. But getting a new faucet would maybe give me a little bit more room for washing dishes. When you do Catalyst, the gear does not change tracks. It will be the same upgrade track that it was before. So if you catalyze a veteran piece, it will remain veteran. Yeah, dishwashers are more efficient than hand washing dishes. It's just a matter of justifying the money to buy a dishwasher. There is a dishwasher in place. It just is from the early 90s and does not work properly. Faucets aren't that expensive. You could put it in yourself. Yeah. I mean, it's a couple $100. And every time somebody says I can do it myself, I try to do it myself, and it turns out I can't do it myself, and you guys overestimate my abilities. It's like a heavy-duty industrial grade KitchenAid mixer. Oh. You guys told me I could do the outlet myself. I don't listen to you anymore. Alright. I am finished for the day. Oh, look at cutie little fishy. I appreciate the company. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow morning, Saturday morning stream. I think maybe I might do decorating. I might do a house stream. Appreciate the company. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.